Hi everyone, welcome to my channel BioCatalyst 2021. In this video, we will start with the first kingdom of the 5-kingdom classification given by R.H. Whitaker, and this kingdom is Kingdom Monera. We will be doing the general characteristics and we will also study about the various shapes of the organisms which are found in this group. So let's first start with the characteristics of Kingdom Monera. All these organisms are unicellular organisms. That is, their body is just made up of one cell. So we can say they have cellular body organization. So these organisms have just one cell, and that one single cell is capable of performing all the functions. That is, whether it is respiration or digestion or excretion, all the functions are performed by that single cell. These organisms are prokaryotic organisms. What are prokaryotic organisms? In which the nuclear material is not covered by a nuclear membrane. That is, nuclear membrane is absent, and they also do not have any membrane bound structures. So they do not have any mitochondria or endoplasmic reticulum. So these organisms are all prokaryotic. Their cell wall is made of peptidoglycan. Their nutrition is highly diverse. That is, they can be autotrophic. So some organisms might contain chlorophyll and they can prepare their own food. They can be heterotrophic, that is, they might be parasites. So they can be ectoparasite if they live on the host and derive nutrition, or endoparasite if they live inside the host and derive the nutrition. Or they could be also saprophytes, that is, they can derive the nutrition from dead decaying matter. So that is why their nutrition is highly diverse. They are omnipresent, that is, they are present everywhere. So we can imagine of soil or desert, hot springs, snow or deep oceans. They are present almost everywhere. Bacteria are the sole members of this kingdom. That is, all the bacteria, they belong to Kingdom Monera. Now let's study about various shapes. They can be coccus if they are spherical. So if they are spherical, they are called coccus. If they are rod shaped, then they are called bacillus. If they are comma shaped, then they are called vibrium. And if they are spiral shaped like corkscrew, then they are called spirillum. Let's look at some pictures to understand clearly. Now here are some pictures of coccus bacteria. So when we say a single coccus, that is a single spherical bacterium, then you can see this is called coccus. If we are talking about more than one spherical bacteria, then the name changes. We can say the plural of coccus is cocci. So the second one is streptococci, where we can see that there are many coccus bacteria which are joined together in the form of a chain, and then they are called streptococci. If they are in the form of cluster, then they are called staphylococci. Next one is bacillus. Bacillus is rod-shaped bacteria. Here you can see if they are single, then they are called bacillus. If they are plural, that is, two are joined together, then they are called bacilli. And then these are vibrio. Vibrio are comma-shaped bacteria. You can see a thin thread-like structure attached to these bacteria, and these thread-like structures are called flagella, which helps in locomotion, that is, in the movement of these bacteria. Then last one is spirillum. You can look at the picture that these are all corkscrew shaped bacterium. So I hope you understood the shapes and general characteristics of these bacteria. In the next video, we will study in detail about the classification of Kingdom Monera into further Archaebacteria and Eubacteria. If you like my video, then do subscribe my channel and please share my videos. Thank you.